Valve initially pitched the Steam Machine as a 4K 60 frames per second device, but honestly, it struggles to reach these levels, prompting them to even modify their marketing language. So how powerful is it really? We're doing a special series of gaming benchmarks on the Steam Machine to give you a better idea of how it performs in the real world. So here's the plan for this video. We're going to see how 5 modern games stack up on the Steam Machine at 1080p, 2K, and if we can get it to work, 4K. Then we'll optimize with the goal of getting a smooth 60 frames at the highest resolution and settings possible. So let's start with Fortnite because it doesn't run on the Steam Machine. That's because the anti-cheat software Epic built into the game doesn't currently run on Linux, aka SteamOS. This is also what blocked us from running some of our standard PC gaming benchmarks, because many game launchers don't support Linux. This is going to be a problem for many multiplayer games with anti-cheat software, so if you're thinking of getting a Steam Machine for online gaming, check if it supports SteamOS first. If the GTA 6 news has got you in the mood to play GTA 5 again, good news! It runs shockingly well on the Steam Machine, in single player only. Like Fortnite, the multiplayer mode won't currently work on SteamOS. But in single player with very high settings and ray tracing on, we got well over 60 frames a second in 1080p and above 30 in 4K. We were even able to get a stable 4K 60 FPS just by switching off the ray tracing. Technically, this game is over 10 years old, but this is actually the 4K 60 FPS gaming that Valve originally promised.
You got lucky, buddy!
Forza Horizon 6 is another story. With high settings and ray tracing on, we got 43 frames at 1080p and only 25 at 4K. Our 2K result was strangely lower than either of those, but we expect whatever bug caused that to be fixed eventually. We also clocked some frame timing issues when the racing got especially fast-paced. To get a stable 60 FPS, we had to go to low settings, disable ray tracing, and crank up the FSR 4.1 to performance. This is pretty disappointing when you know how good this game can look on a cheaper Xbox Series X. For the twitchy first-person shooter Doom: The Dark Ages, we only managed a measly 38 FPS at 1080p on medium settings, and it only got worse from there, scoring 25 frames at 2K and just 11 at 4K. For an optimal 60 frames per second rate, we had to keep it at 1080p, but step down from medium to low settings and set the resolution scaling target to 60 FPS. Monster Hunter fared a little better. We used medium and FSR on performance and got 50 frames on 1080p, 48 at 2K, and stayed just above 30 FPS at 4K. For consistent 60 FPS, you'll need to step down to low settings at 1080p. In Indiana Jones and the missing 4K support, I mean the Great Circle, we had our most pitiful results. With high settings, we couldn't even get 30 FPS at 1080p, and it was a 10 frames per second slideshow at 4K. And that's all with FSR off, because turning it on only made it worse. If you turn down settings to low, you can get a stable 30 FPS at 1080p, but that's the best we could do on the Steam Machine. Maybe play this on console? Let's wrap up with something the Steam Machine actually can run well: indie games. Lighter 2D games like Stardew Valley aren't going to have any trouble running on the Steam Machine, even at 4K. If these are the types of games you play and you don't mind the price, the Steam Machine is ideal for playing indie games on your 4K TV. So there you have it. The Steam Machine's current performance is undoubtedly more of a 1080p/2K machine, but how well it performs really comes down to each individual game and how you choose to optimize it. Here's everything we tested today as a refresher, and be sure to check out our full review on Tom's Guide for more benchmarks and tests. Just note that because Linux prevented us from running these benchmarks the same way we do on other gaming PCs, these results won't directly compare to those on our website. If there are other games you'd like to see tested on the Steam Machine, let us know in the comments, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to leave us a like and subscribe for more gaming videos. As always, I'm Phil Rodrigues, this is Tom's Guide, and I'll see you in the next video.